We are live. Let the people chat. Let the people chat. Let the people chat. We are live. Let the people chat. Let the people chat. Boom! Shakalaka. Hey guys, this is Fluffy, just back from the epic auction from the three of us, the Stooges. Thank you everybody for joining in. It was epic as usual. Oh, watch out for the next one. It's going to be even bigger. Feel free to jump in and have a natter. This is an open platform. This is for everybody. Good to see you all, and let's have a chat. You're live with the Fluffy and the Squash. Live with the Fluffy and the Squash. Live with the Fluffy and the Squash. And we have our first guest. We have a second guest. We have a third guest. Hi guys.
Hey.
Thank you for your help on the auction, guys.
You're welcome.
Cody, you did amazing.
She did, as always.
As usual.
Thank
As usual. Your payment will be in the post. As usual. Thank you, Cody.
You're welcome.
I know it got a bit hectic. We will get it all properly sorted for next time.
It wasn't too bad.
Wasn't too bad. I thought it was quite a good auction.
Yeah. I mean, doing the moderating wasn't too bad until you like switched things up and started doing buy it nows without warning me. I was like, But
well, you know anything's going to happen on the Fluffy Show.
I know.
So keep that in mind for the next time.
But
I don't know that there'll be a next time for me.
Oh, Lenny, why not?
Oh, come on, Lenny. Don't give up on.
It's not so much.
You're not giving up. Lenny, you've got no chance of giving up. Tell you what, Lenny, if you quit, I'm quitting YouTube.
You will not.
No, that's not allowed.
Yeah, exactly. There's not allowed Lenny giving up. Oh.
Hi, Willow.
Never give up, right?
Never surrender.
You told me this the other day. Hey, somebody's got a hell of a lag. Right. You told me this the other day. These things happen. Don't give up.
They do.
Yeah. We've just got to find that one thing that makes us unique.
It takes time to get down into a rhythm too, to get everything organized so that it moves smoothly.
That's most people have had an auction for the last 2 months, so that was good. Now they know what we're going to bring.
Yeah.
The next time they go, they'll say, "Oh, hang on, these had these last time. Let's go and see if we got them again." Blah blah blah.
Yep.
The other thing you guys could do is put in the chat, what are some people looking for?
Yeah.
And be on the lookout for that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is what I said. If there is anything they want, comment in one of my videos or email me or email Lenny or Jerry, and if we can get it, we'll get it.
Yeah.
It's we're here for you guys. So if there is something you want, hit us up. I mean,
and they can tell us too. I mean, the moderators and everything, they can let us know, and we can let you know.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, if you're off in other places and you don't see the Fluff on, or the Len or the Jerry on, just hit up Cody, Jamie, Wendy, Willow, anybody even Rhonda. These all have our details, so you send them up to us.
That's how I ended up, with Jerry finding my movie for me, is by asking people to keep an eye out for it. Mm-hmm. And of course, Jerry, boom, there it was.
Exactly. I mean, when he couldn't find Nell for a while, and then boom, shakalaka.
Yep.
Did you get your ringer?
You what?
Your ringer? No, he hasn't gotten it. Otherwise, he would know.
Oh yeah, my boom shakalaka, like a boom shakalaka.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got to download Zedge. Haven't downloaded Zed yet.
My cat is irritated at me because while I was moderating, I couldn't pat her. I had to keep up with everything. And she kept trying to get me to pat her, so I had to keep putting her to the side. And now she's all like, nope, you're not typing anymore. Give me love.
Is that why you went quiet for a while?
Yeah. I had to transfer off my bed for a minute and then transfer back, and then I almost fell coming back. So that's
Okay,
why
well, thank you, my darling.
there was a little hesitation.
Send them my love. Tell them we love them long time.
Yep, same for me.
Aye, so yeah, there's some good insight there into them dollars as well, them silver things. Lenny, what you could do as well, another thing. Yeah, I know it is 3 of us, but like I say, it's an open platform. So how about having you on one camera and Jamie showing the things while you're talking about them?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
As long as the kids are quiet. That's the thing. If they have to, one parent has to regulate children, it's difficult to do that. But
and my son's wanting to crawl around on the floor and hide and scoot and get into everything without mommy.
Actually, he's doing pretty good right now.
Yeah, right now. But
yeah, now he
I
is.
did catch him a few times.
Mm.
Well, we don't have Sarah tonight.
Ah.
Oh, she did good on her assessment?
She didn't do bad. So she got to go stay with Nana tonight.
Can't really see it that well on that camera. That camera is not the
If you
great.
put your hand behind it, you get a bit of focus. Or a bit of black paper. If you ever have anything silver, put paper behind it. There we go. But if you go to lean, that's when it focuses on your face.
Yeah, screw it.
The problem with the cameras, okay, is that it won't focus on something close. It focuses on the stuff behind it. So that's why if you block it, you put something right up to your camera, like your hand or paper.
That's what I do with my hand. If you notice, I'll put it on the back of my hand. And
yeah, then it will focus on that item because it has nothing else to focus on.
That ring that you got for Squashy, did it go?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
By the way,
The second time he showed it. Ring mandrel.
Yeah.
it's going to you.
Yeah, Val got that.
She's sending you a ring mandrel, Fluffy.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to tell what
Size the
size the rings
rings.
are.
I'll be able to. I'll probably get it and think, "Hey, what the hell is this?
You'll be like, why is she sending me a dildo in the mail
A metal one at that."
with measurements?
It ain't metal, it's plastic.
Oh,
That's what they said.
Really?
Yeah.
as long as it's not silicone, he'll be fine.
She'll probably get a random message. How do I use the mandrel?
I don't have my rings on, so sorry.
Is that your dog drinking water, Cody?
You slide your ring on
No,
the
it's the cat running around behind me.
and
and the
it
dog
tells
walking.
you what size it is. Bring it here, hon.
Drew, take this to Daddy. Hey, take that to Daddy. Thank you.
I thought I could hear somebody going.
Say, bed.
I was waiting. I thought it was me.
Drew was clicking his tongue.
Ah, I thought it was me. How much?
Thank you, son. Why do you got socks on your damn hands?
Eh? Oh, if you want to play that?
Take the mandrel like these. You see how it's got the numbers up the line here? You got
No, hang on. I'll make you massive.
4.
Yeah, I see them. Yeah, I can see them. Whoa!
It's not me.
That was Jamie.
Okay, make Lenny big again and he'll show you how to use it.
Right, okay. Whoa, what the hell?
You just take the ring, you drop it on the top.
And wherever it stops, that's the size.
Yep.
Right, I don't think it's swallowed a whole lot of that, so.
So right there it's saying 13.
Okay.
Cool.
So there you go. That's how you use it.
Pig.
Ah, look who's talking.
I've seen all them movies.
See, what really sucks is I could have gone from the good stuff, which is your 40 percenters. Then you got 90 percenters.
So why didn't you start with the big stuff? Generate interest.
I don't think we had too many. I don't think we had any coin people in. You know.
To be honest, I just think everybody was watching. They were mainly wanting the T-shirts.
Well, you know who deals with coins. You know who deals with a lot of coins is Deldon, 9 Pound Hammer.
Yeah.
He does coins.
I've already messaged him, and he, I don't think he does it auctions anymore.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he doesn't buy and sell somewhere else.
Yeah, but I emailed him about everything today and yesterday and the day before. So everybody was coming in and sitting in the background waiting for Jerry to bring out the T-shirts.
Yeah.
And like he said, he's not bringing them out. It's not, in like what Jerry said, it's not all about T-shirts.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I've said, it's not all about T-shirts. I mean, there is other things out there that them movie promo pictures. Wow, they're nice.
The promo stuff. And there are a lot of people that collect pins, like movie pins and different things. If they were in there, they would have bought that pin lot. But
yeah,
because I've seen promo pins like that go on Donna and T's auction for like a couple $100 for less pins than that.
Very true, Rhonda. But more or less, I'm just giving it. I'm giving people an option to put it in their collection, put it in their books. I mean,
what we need to do, if we're going to stick at this and do it properly, what we need to do, we need to come up with some ideas to what to basically sell. How to go about doing it, and before
you almost need to give a little glip of what you're going to sell in the thing and say, okay, there might be this.
Yeah, what you could also do is make a video, a preview video.
Oh, come on. Sorry.
You're killing us, Lenny.
Yeah, what you could do, you can make a Lenny cam. Right. I thought you put the Lenny cam in. But yeah, what you could do, you can make a preview video, mix it with somebody else's preview video, and put it as one big video about the auction. So
Flippin' Mama does that. She does a preview on Tuesdays, and then she has her auction on Wednesday.
Yeah. But also, what we could do, we can put our heads together and do something like this during the week. Just have like a couple of us in.
Yeah.
And we talk about what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, how we're going to put it together, how we're going to promote it. Things like that. And then what we can do, we can send the mods out. And if they're in other things, and obviously they can ask if they can drop a live or say Fluffy's lives, is that and the other. And I hot mess.
Well, I fixed the information and I copied and pasted Lenny's information into my messenger, where I keep all my auction information stuff for people, and so that's fixed.
And now I know roughly that time is good because it generates a few people in.
Yeah.
Because we've got quite a few people in. I'm going to try and keep it for that time every time.
Fluffy, look at the chat.
Yeah.
Chat.
I know. I hot mess.
You need to make her blue. Amy always deserves to be blue.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it was a great time. I help me. Yeah, it was a great time of day. So if we can do, see if for next Thursday, we've got from now till then to perfect it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we could probably do, we did a pop-up, to perfect the craft. perfect it. And then come the big auction, we can push, done.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I do understand the time limits. People have things to do. I mean, if Lenny's not around, or if Lenny's in the background, Jimmy can jump on
Nice.
himself.
Very
know?
nice.
Because Jimmy's part of the Stooges anyway.
It's called a 1941 Standing Liberty.
I was going to say
Right,
that's
so-
Liberty, but she has standing Liberty because she's standing, obviously.
Well, they do have the Drake Bust Liberty half.
Ah!
That's one thing you are going to have to figure out as well. And camera work. That's what I'm saying. Do you have a little tripod? You can buy them for like $1.
It takes
He
time to get
used
used
my
to.
stand, but I had it down here. He didn't have it up there.
Yeah, because you can have it focused. Just if you can get like a little table, you don't need that actually right beside you. You can have like a little table. The phone pointing straight just at the table,
Right.
you know. And that way, the only reason I don't is because it's easier for me to. Exactly, Rhonda.
Yeah.
What?
It takes time. I mean, when Fluffy first started his auctions, he rambled horribly. I mean, it was amusing and it was interesting, but he talked too much in between his items, and it just lasted forever. And that's why I'll sit there and be like, okay, if there's, he's waiting for a pass, but nobody's saying anything, and then it's time, and I'm like, okay, that's a pass. Let's go.
That's why today I was jumping on, and when people weren't passing, I'm just like, okay, pass. Go.
Yeah,
Keep
exactly. And that's good having somebody there in the background that is there on real time as well, saying, okay, and keeping it ticking.
Well, I mean, you got Cody doing the mod, and if you have me and Willow or whoever kind of listening out when it starts dragging out, just say, okay, enough's enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Black background actually doesn't always work great because you can see
it depends on what it is.
Yeah, you can see every little piece of lint on it. And it causes silver to shine actually too much, the reflection of your lights. So a lot of times white is better. That's why you'll see people holding up white paper. Yeah, I said most. I know, Rhonda.
Yeah. The black background is mainly if you have jewelry that has small stamps on them.
Yeah. I mean, try different things. Moonstone Mama found out that when she was holding up like pink quartz, it looked really pale on camera. As soon as she put blue behind it, the pink popped. Mm-hmm. So, it depends on the item. It depends on what it is. You just got to try different things to see what works best.
First class, £4.58.
Did you get first class?
Yeah, Rhonda. It is. Because it's all how, everybody's camera perceives colors differently. Somebody could have an emerald, and on somebody else's screen it'll look blue, it'll look like a sapphire, and they're like, what are you talking about, an emerald?
Yeah.
I mean, that's why it's hard sometimes to identify stones through the video. I mean, if it was in person, I was holding it in my hand, I wouldn't have as much of a problem because, but I don't know all stones. You know what I mean? I've been dealing with stones, crystals, all that for 30 years, and
that's why I say when I get jewelry, you're the first person to go.
Yeah,
but
Willow stones too.
I know, but if I can't get a hold of Willow, if I'm not doing a live, I'll call you.
Yeah, I like to help. I mean, Head Flippin' Mama had a pendant, and it had this like bright orange stone. It wasn't anything that I recognized, and someone popped in and said, "That's spiny oyster or something," and I'm like, "What?" Yeah, it was actually a shell. There's a process to turn it up so it looks like a stone. It was gorgeous, and apparently Native Americans use it a lot, and I'd never heard of it. So I was all happy. I learned something new. Orange isn't my favorite color, but I was happy to learn something new, you know. I like to learn.
Don't we all? That's all we do from the day we're born is learn.
Yeah, it's true, Rhonda. And Mr. over here is like wanting, you know, two passes or 3 passes, and when people are afraid to say pass, it's like they're afraid of offending the person selling the item. That's why we say nobody's feelings are going to get hurt. But they apparently don't think that's true, so they just sit there going, "I'm not saying pass."
Well, I'm not going to block somebody if they say pass. I don't want to buy your item. I'm not going to block them. Move on to the next one.
If you have one of the girls, not being funny, because the guys are the ones that are doing the auction. If you have one of the girls in the background that knows you guys don't care,
we have pass stand-ins.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, I mean, because otherwise I'm just going to be like, okay, you know what? We've been on this item for 3 minutes and haven't had any bids. Let's go the fuck to the next one. Well, let's go.
And see, we all know we ain't going to offend the guys.
Oh, Willow. Willow being a brat.
Yeah, but see, if I don't ask people for pass because of the lag, and if I go to move on to another one.
Well, see, I was on the lag.
Yeah.
I was on the lag where Lenny wasn't.
Yeah. See, the chat, you
because
guys.
I wasn't in
StreamYard. Yeah.
So I was on the lag.
People.
Yeah, well, it might help having one of you backstage. You know, obviously, you know, you don't have to come on the camera, just have you backstage. So people can still, and like you can say, right, pass.
Okay.
And then you can put it into chat.
The problem is that the people that are on StreamYard, they have a delay before they see the chat.
Well, hurry up, get me to 1,000 subs. I can do it on YouTube.
Because, like, I'll put in going once, and it takes you a few seconds before you say, okay, Cody put in going once. So chat is more real time with it's a weird time continuum thing. I don't get it either, but there's always a lag between what the people online see, you know, on video and what goes into the chat. Yeah. So, you know, because you'll be sitting there going, okay, we need a bid on this, yet there's a bid that's been sitting there for, 15 seconds and you haven't seen it yet. So that's why I stay in the chat and moderate instead of being on the StreamYard. That way I can flow the chat better.
Oh, wait for me.
Yeah.
It's very strange because you would think that StreamYard being live would be on time.
Yeah.
And it's not. By no means.
So we'll do that one then. Shortly, we'll just do something. Yeah, I know. But my mods are great anyway, so they do the best with what they've got. So
we have to moderate you, Fluffy. I think we're doing pretty good.
I still didn't get all my locked out, but hey.
Would you stop throwing those cars?
Yep, stop throwing them. Or they get put in the bin.
I'll sell them to Uncle Fluffy.
$1. $2 in that one then.
There's more than $2 in that.
Okay, I'll go 2.5. Yeah, you muted.
You're muted.
Hi there.
That was all the 40 and 90 percenters.
All right. Welcome back, Val. Thank you for joining the auction, my darling. Thank you for being you and purchasing and just being there. Rhonda says, can you show a coin with a white background, please?
Don't have anything
Take
white.
this to Daddy. Hey,
John's niece just emailed me. She's stuck, and her kids.
Who?
John's niece, his favorite niece. They live in California, and she just ran out of gas with her kids, and it's 110 outside.
Not good.
So she asked if I could send her $10.
Do you have it?
Yeah, I have it. And she's like, I'll send you 20 when I can. And I'm like, I'm not worried about it.
Just send her it, and I'll just talk to her and see if I can send you back over, so you're not losing out. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go, Lenny. Look at that.
But it's
It'll
still not
focus
clear.
better.
What colour are you after the end?
Black.
And what size?
Black or black and red, black and white.
This camera don't
Black.
focus.
Luminous, glow in the dark, whatever. Just see, not too fussed about colour. 10 and a half. Yeah, some great buys, some good stuff there. Obviously, with the right crowd, obviously everything would go, but you can't please everybody.
Why is this telling? Sending money gets so complicated with this stupid thing.
Does she have Cash App?
I don't have Cash App.
You don't?
We do.
There's 2 others in this platform that has Cash App on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I can send it as a gift.
Mm.
It just didn't give me that option when I hit the send thing.
Sometimes it doesn't if it's a low denomination.
Yeah, it's $10, so and I'm not seeing the option.
Yeah, we'll try colours and see what works, Wanda. I mean, like I say, this is a learning curve, not just for Lenny or anybody else. It's a learning curve for me too, because there's things out there I still don't know. If you haven't noticed, guys, look, I can look at my light. I tilted my light shade so it lights up that side of the room and doesn't
Blame you?
So basically, I did that.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
There we go. Now I got the
It's
option.
annoying having to wear my hat like that.
Get on the backs. Get on the backs. Turn around. Cody.
People thought I had bags on me.
You were hiding from us.
Hey. Yeah, so I wonder how many people are going to tune in to see me get sort of pain on Monday.
I'm just gonna
What time?
They're not seeing me twitch.
12 o'clock, my time.
Sarah will be in school. I don't know if I can.
There will be a video made of it. Squashy will make a video of it, but I'm going live.
Not yours, but mine.
Yeah, so there's also Squashy's. What he said is,
You said Monday. Let me see what she's got Monday.
he turned around and said because there's only a certain amount of people allowed in, if he can squeeze hers in, hers is all paid for, then he'll squeeze it in. If not, we'll get her in a different day. So.
She don't have much going on Monday.
Nobody's getting to know what it is until it's done. Yes, I know, Rhonda. It is 7 a.m. your Eastern Standard. Early birds catch the wormies.
I might still be in bed.
Probably. Hey, you know me. If I'm going down to there and I'm in pain, Lenny will be like, "Tongue of the bit." Oh, good is he? Have you sorted the code?
Have you gotten it, Cody?
Yeah, she got it. She's like, I'll give you. She goes, I'll pay you back as soon as I get home. I'll send you $20. And I'm like, I gave her $10, and I'm like, you can just repay the 10. I was like, you don't have to double it.
No.
You know, I mean, it's John's niece. It's his favorite niece, and I'm not gonna. She's got 3 kids, and I'm not gonna take her money like that. I'm not like that.
Well, that's a good thing you've done. So, well done.
I can't let her and the kids sit out in 101 degrees. You know what I mean? She tried to get a hold of her husband, and he's working, so he turns his phone off when he's at work, and only turns it back on when he's on break, and he'll call her and check in with her and the kids and everything, and he's not on break apparently, so she doesn't know when he goes on break super random time, so she didn't know how long she'd have to wait. I can't let her sit there.
No, and it's 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Do you want a sandwich?
Yeah, 3:30 in the afternoon there. Height of heat? No. So.
And how old are the kids?
Move them, man.
The oldest is 10, 9 or 10.
No. If they're older teenagers, that'd be one thing, but little ones, no.
Are you sure? And it makes me wonder how many fucking people ripped this girl off. You know what I mean? That she would have to. I mean, she made that initial, if you can lend me 10, I'll pay you 20 thing initially. Why? That tells me that she has to give people incentive to help her. That's crazy.
That's stupid.
People should just want to help other people. I've been in that situation. I've run out of gas, and it sucked.
Yeah.
So I told her, I said, no, I'm not going to take your money like that, Well, see, Issa's in touch with John's family still, so who knows what kind of garbage she tells them about me, borrowing money from her and stuff. But I always pay her back. As soon as I have money in my hand, I get my disability in, I pay that back. So I hate being in debt. I absolutely hate having to borrow money.
So you're like me in a way.
I'll do without.
Yeah.
This month has been, awesome because I haven't had to borrow any money from Issa whatsoever because everybody helped me out with donations and everything. And it was so much relief, less stress, because I didn't have that debt. So, stop it. Cat, stop it.
It's just because the truth goes because people out there that care.
No, don't get a drink of water. The dog is useless. I tell her to go regulate the cat, and she goes and gets a drink of water instead.
Oh, of course. They never listen.
And the cat's still doing what she was doing right over the dog's head. It's like, what the hell? All right, enough.
Oh, people think he's got a big knife.
It's a knife.
Shows you how big the knife actually is. This knife, I sharpened it and I can actually open a can, slice the can straight in half. That's a can of beans. So only knife you'll ever need. I wasn't allowed my commando knife, so I did one bit. I think I've even shaved with this knife before.
Okay. Yeah, so she'll be all set. She'll be able to get home. That's good.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
And
If not,
John would have been right there doing it too. You know what I mean? If he was still alive, he would have been like, "Holy shit, we need to get her money so she can get out of the heat." So, I don't have him to take care of and help anymore. So I'll help his family if I can.
Yeah.
Although most of them are in better financial situation than I am, but stuff like this happens, and I'm glad that I have had the money that I could help. So
it's about like my nephew begging for money all the time.
Yeah.
My sister.
Or Lenny's sister.
This is the first time she's asked me for anything. So
I know she's not. I mean, she can't work. She's stuck at home because of house arrest.
Yeah.
I really feel bad for her. I do. I mean,
but she really shouldn't need that much money other than for her meds if she's under house arrest.
But she's
But
got.
she's robbing Peter to pay Paul and paying for everybody else's stuff.
No. She's not. She's not. She's paying her damn child support because her kid is with Faith. She's also got all her court costs and crap that she's got to pay for that my mom is paying for.
Fluffy, don't you hate it when our parents fight?
It happens.
I know. Oh, so funny story. I did talk to my son last night. I already told Fluffy this.
Oh,
I talked to my son last night, and I told him that my friends online, especially Mark, I used the name instead of Fluffy because my son would have gone.
hey.
We're trying to help me get a place to live, handicapped accessible, and all that.
Yeah.
And my son immediately started figuring out where he was going to put his things in my room. So.
Well, we know he ain't going with you.
Yeah, that was, because that was what I was trying to talk to him about. Did he want to come with me?
Yeah.
Or because he had given his word to his friends that we were all supposed to move in together. Him and his friends were house hunting, and then Dorothea, who's married to Hector, those are his friends. Her brother was murdered in New York, and they had to go up to New York for 3 weeks. And then, of course, they weren't getting paid for those 3 weeks, so all the money they had saved to move went to supporting them for the time they didn't have a paycheck.
Yeah.
So their whole moving thing has gotten put on hold. So he said that, he's good with where he's working now. He's making enough that he can actually afford to live in this house by himself. I'm like thinking, good, then you can pay your whole entire half of our expenses.
I was about to say, why ain't he paying for your expenses then to help you?
Well, he wouldn't be paying for mine, but he'd be paying for his, But
well, if he can run the house by himself, he ought to be paying for it now.
Well, he pays for all the food, so not that I eat all that much, but he pays for all the food. I pay for my own soda.
What he does, he pays for his food and gives
her the leftovers.
Mom. Yeah.
So what they're going to do is when I get my prosthetic and I'm able to move around and take care of myself, then I'll be able to move into a place and live on my own.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do it before that because you are driving me crazy.
Sorry, I'm trying to get stuff ready for Sarah for school next week.
Onyx is scratching at everything. I'm like, stop trying to bury the house. What are you doing? So yeah, I wouldn't be able to take care of the dog and the cats and all that if I don't have my prosthetic and I'm not mobile on my own. So I have to do that, but I'm going
What's going to happen to the dog? Are they going to stay with him or?
He's gonna keep Miha and his dog, and I'm gonna take my dog. Because Miha, which was mine and John's dog, does not get along with my dog. And there's no way I'll be able to keep them separated and handle fighting dogs and all that. No.
Well, that's good. Then at least you're reducing one.
Yeah. So he's going to take care of Miha. Because Miha has heartworms, and she's 9.5, almost 10 years old.
Yeah.
There's no way. That's a huge responsibility for people to take on. So finding her a home really isn't an option. I would worry about her all the time. And I mean, if we put her in a shelter, they'd put her to sleep as soon as they found out she had heartworms.
Oh,
yeah. So yeah, but I'm still gonna talk to Rachel and talk to her about the government grants she was talking about, and any options that I missed or that she found out through inner circle type of connections and things like that.
Yeah, because you never know when somebody else has come across something.
Yeah.
Because of their situation.
Seriously. That consistent scratching on the door is driving me crazy. Because she's scratching on the door between the rooms, and she's scratching on the boxes that are over there, and just, the noise is driving me crazy. So yeah, I'll see what she had, because I was looking on Craigslist and I did find 2 homes. They have the same landlord, and they were $500, but it was all utilities included.
Yeah.
So that I could manage because I'd have $300 for expenses and the dog and cat and stuff. My essential and food, I'd be fine. Because honestly, I don't eat that much. When I live on my own, I don't even think I eat $50 worth of food a week.
Well, the other thing you could check on, because I do know that in some cases it does fall off. Because I was looking at it last night. Sometimes it's like 3 years, 3 to 5 years, and you can reapply for food stamps.
Yeah. I'd only get $80. So.
But that would be $80 that you're saving out of your pocket.
Yeah, I got to think $80 and dealing with DSS people who look down on
24
you and treat you like shit.
4 of us, and we get $24 a month.
Yeah, my mom was going to apply when my daughter and her kids moved in to her house, and she was going to get $11 a month. She was like, "Oh no, I'm not dealing with those people for $11 a month." I'm like, "I don't blame you."
Well, no, we went from over 300 and something down to 24 at recertification. And it's because they started adding the kids' Social Security.
Yeah, see, my kids never got Social Security.
See, ours gets, because of Lenny.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm disabled, and I should have had it. My lawyer told me I should have had it, but they said that because I didn't have enough work history or work points or some crap, that my kids didn't qualify. I'm like, what do my kids have to do with me working?
At first, they told us to keep track of it. And then they turned around and said, no, we don't have to keep track of it. It's to help raise the kids.
Yeah. But my kids are all grown up, and I mean, hell, my child support that I was getting $58 every 2 weeks. My child support just ended like 2 months ago, and my son how far behind that asshole was. So,
Y'all want to hear something hilarious?
It better be funny.
He's trying to cover his mouth.
His laugh is so freaking
infectious laugh.
It is.
That's going to go to Uncle Fluffy. Uncle Fluffy doesn't want Melly slobber on
We're gonna get some DNA.
If you're going to send me that, make sure somebody hasn't died because of it.
Okay, that's enough of that. It was only funny for the first 5 seconds.
It's funny to hear him laugh, but it's not funny for the noise.
I'm being attacked! Help!
Nope, I cannot help. Like I said, I'm trying to get stuff ready for school next week.
So, I will,
Lenny! What?
Thank you. It won't do any good to look for a place right now, because once my leg heals, which it looked much better last night when I took the bandage off and cleaned it.
Good.
Once that heals, and I can get the mold done, as soon as I have the mold done on my leg, it takes a month to get my prosthetic. And then it will take me a little while, because I'm going to have to do physical therapy, and I'm going to have to work on learning to re-walk.
Yeah, but like I said, doing that,
back.
like I said, while we're waiting for that to happen, we can still put wheels in motion for certain things.
Yeah, I can still look into what options Rachel was talking about. And,
at least get the information and say, we're looking at it probably in the next 6 months.
Yeah.
3 to 6 months.
Places here, they don't care. You know what I mean? You can tell a landlord who has 1,500 properties that you'll be looking for a place in a few months, and they'll be like, "That's nice." They're not going to contact you if they have something available. So you have to look.
I mean, you just keep the numbers of people who have information.
Yeah.
What's funny is talking about rental property. That place I was at yesterday, Mark.
Yeah.
That had the shoes.
Yeah.
She actually owns an apartment complex, and she has people that have been staying there for the better part of 10, 15, 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want to leave because of how good of a landlord she is. You don't hear that very
No,
often.
it's very rare. John worked for a landlord that had a lot of properties in Anderson, and he jerry-rigged everything when he had to fix stuff. That landlord was so cheap. Ray was a nice guy. He was a sweet guy, but he was so cheap. You know, but he was personable, so people liked him. But he also had really bad sense of people. He kept renting to people who were like drug addicts and who dealt drugs.
Yeah.
And John would like go in to fix the place, and he'd be like, "Ray, you realize this guy is doing drugs out of your house?" And Ray's like, "No, he's not. He's fine." And then the guy gets arrested, you know. And I kept telling him, you know, in South Carolina, the property owner is responsible too if someone gets busted for drugs.
Because they're letting them live there.
Yeah. And he's like, nah. And then he got contacted by the police and the DA and everything else. So he was like, oh shit. I was like, why don't you let me screen your tenants, you know, when you go to rent to people? Let us meet them, and we'll let you know if they're, you know, okay or not.
Yeah.
So I miss Ray. He died a few years ago. He got liver cancer. And he went real fast.
Jimmy, did you buy a lot of me earlier?
Huh?
Did you buy a lot of me earlier?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, them Scottish things.
The silver.
That's right, you did. It got written down here. Couldn't read the writing. Sorry. I'm
I gotta get the money to you.
Yeah. Right.
Gotta get money.
There's you and Rhonda, but he's a good bird, so.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Whatever.
Yeah, and the second one of the Skylanders, the second lot that you did, Brian Butter bought those.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. You already paid for them.
I still want to know how much you want for that pocket watch.
Make me an offer?
Speaking of those bracelets, Fluffy, speaking of those bracelets, you said you were putting one of those in my bag, in my box.
There's already one in there.
Oh, okay, because you said you were using it, you were going to use mine for the display.
I was, but then decided not to. There's one in your box and there's one in Wendy's.
Okay. I thought I got gypped out of my bracelet. I was like, okay, more than one.
I'm sending one to Wendy.
I've already got a one.
Oh, you do? I mean, not Wendy. Willow.
All right, Willow.
I'm gonna send one to Willow because I only need 4.
That's sweet. We're good people.
I'm gonna get one to my sister, my mom, Sarah, and me.
But don't forget, I can get as many of them as you want. So if people up there like them, holler, I can get a box full.
Well, I like them. I think they're awesome.
You're getting one, right, Cody?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should get one, yeah. But like I was saying, Jamie, if people around there like them, let me know. I can put a box of them together, ship them out to you. You can sell them out there, and you know, ideal for Christmas.
That's what I'm doing. My sister, my mom. Of course, I got to get one for Sarah.
So, do they wear earrings?
Sometimes.
They've got
I have earrings.
I've got earrings to go with them.
He's got the little sheep.
Yeah, the little sheep.
Yeah, and the little Scottish flag sheep.
She's working on the necklaces as well. She's doing them.
Yeah, I'd wear the like a pendant type
I'm
thing.
too fat for a necklace.
No, what you can do, you get the pendant and put it on to whatever bling that you want. You know?
Yeah. How are you too fat for a necklace? Explain that theory to me. Honey,
I never did that.
You realize that
if I can get my hands around your neck, you're not fat.
Chains come in different lengths, you know. You get a longer chain.
I have a lot of necklaces that I can't wear.
Well, I have a 34-inch necklace.
I mean,
I quit
I
wearing
wear
them
one.
because they look like they were like this one day.
Well, don't get chokers.
I don't.
I mean, I can't wear an 18-inch because it's too tight on my neck. Most chokers are 16 inches
So why is Lenny after this?
because it's awesome.
Just the
Is it
history.
China? Yeah, true.
See, I have the
And
bear
we're
that
the
my
type
son
to
got
keep
me.
stuff.
See the bear?
You what? You
We
like
would
Chinese
keep
stuff?
stuff like that.
See?
I like that.
It's fluorite. My son got it for me for Christmas or my birthday, one of them. But it came with a snake chain, sterling silver, and it's
Most of my necklaces will fit Sarah nicely. So that makes them like chokers on me.
that's where it sits, right between
Yeah.
my boobs. Boop. No bear.
Now, if they
No.
go there, then I'm fine. But I don't want to choke on them.
Disappearing bear. But that's, I mean,
So-
that's all you do, Jamie. Just get a longer chain.
So why didn't you bid on it when I put it up to you?
Because Lenny told me I had $25.
Go ahead. Jamie was on a budget.
Yeah, I was on a budget. We've already blown all our money this month.
I put this up before.
I know. But I like the bracelets too. And that's
You could've-
Christmas.
You could have said something and no one would have done a deal, you know that?
That's why I talked to you after.
No, that's true. His box is getting bigger over here anyway.
Well, you're just going to have to send one to me and one to him. Because, see, I got the cards off of you last time.
The rest of the conversation with my son.
The pack of
What I
cards.
told him, what I told my son is if they
You
were
had two
still
boxes of cards.
The pullback ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember now. I was going to see it because I put cards into a box, but
The pullback cards, there was something else with it, and then there was the bracelets for me. I don't know what you got in his box.
Don't want to know neither.
I don't know, but Fluffy's going to need a pallet for all the stuff he wants from Jerry.
He's probably gonna need that from us too.
Well, I told my son that
What the Hills has posted off my 3 rings to you.
To us?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have the tracking info and
Send it to me in an email.
will do. But we'll do that now.
anyway, when my son had given his word to his friends that he would help them out. So I told him that once everything comes together and I'm able to move, that he should have them move in here as like a transitional place until they can find a place that they all really like.
Yeah.
You know, and that way,
Excuse me.
you know, it works out that he's helping them and I have my own place doing my own thing.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And he talks to me more when we don't live together. So, but yeah, at one point I started crying because I told him that he got me upset the other night when he started slamming everything around because I was hungry.
Yeah.
And he was gonna feed me like a cup of food in that little Dinty Moore thing, like this big. And I told him I really needed something a little more substantial than that. And he started throwing, temper tantrum huge out in the kitchen and the living room. He's throwing shit, yelling. And I told him, I said, you know, you make me feel like I'm a burden when you do that. And it makes me feel like crap. And tears. And he goes, are you crying? I'm like, a little bit. And he started laughing. He's like, oh my God, you're crying. He doesn't know how to deal with other people's emotions at all. You know what I mean? The only time I've ever seen that boy cry was when John died. So he's not intentionally cruel. He just, you know. So I told him to fuck off, and I stopped crying. But so I mean,
Here's my issue, Jimmy. I can't
Do
track that. I don't have. I don't have the USPS tracking
Oh, okay.
app over here, so I can't actually. But I've got the tracking number. I've just sent it to you.
So once everything falls into place, then it will work out for everybody involved, and that will reassure me that he's not floating about, lost in, ether there, and because I worry about him too.
Yeah.
So. I mean, this really isn't a bad place. You know what I mean? It's just I wish the yard was fenced. And John had talked to the landlord about fencing in the yard, and the landlord was like, "Go for it. You can't take it out when you leave. It's permanent if you add it. But if you want to fence in the yard, go right ahead."
Monday, Fluff.
Yeah.
It should be to us by Monday.
Really?
24th.
Cool.
Yeah, my surgeon's office called me back. I have
when
an
you get
appointment.
the James, open them and get Lenny to look at them for me, and I need to know if they what they say they are.
My surgeon's office called me. I have an appointment Monday morning to have my leg checked. So, yay! I get to go outside.
I'm telling you, I'm praying for good weather for you.
That's right. I already told you guys that. I forgot.
No rain. No, nothing.
Fluffy, I did forgetting things. I hang out with you too much.
Eh?
Eh? What? Dork.
Did you message Linda back? That's why.
Big bald Brit.
That's the question.
What you say?
So, yeah, I'll get in touch with Rachel and see what kind of contacts she has in different places that I can check through her. And,
Yeah.
I
But for
promise
right now,
I'm listening. I'm just multitasking.
yeah, but for right now, actually looking for a place would be kind of pointless because I have to, once I start getting used to walking again and get used to the prosthetic, then and if financially everything's in place, then I can start looking.
But just getting ideas of what's around, what you can do, can't do.
Yeah. Well, the places I found were in Greenville, and that's 45 minutes away. So that is a problem with getting a ride from ESA. So, I mean, I don't have a problem living there, but without a running vehicle, and I owe the DMV fines because my insurance lapsed, so I had a vehicle with no insurance. I didn't get caught driving it because it was my water hose blew, so it was already off the road. But it's like $400, and so that plus repairs, and I need a new battery because it's been sitting for like 3 years.
Yeah.
But I love my Laredo. I don't want to give up my Laredo. You know what I mean? I don't want to give that up. So it's what I was supposed to use the stimulus money for, was to pay that off and get my truck fixed.
Yeah.
And I lost sight of that and got lost in the thing of getting myself stuff because I never get myself stuff. I'm always doing without so other people can get stuff. So I kind of lost control. And the rest of the money was going on after paying off utilities and rent and all that.
Oh, yeah.
So it was also supposed to go towards me and my son moving in with Hector and Dorothea. So my son was pissed. But the deal with them is if I moved in with them, when they find a place, I was only going to have to contribute for food. I wasn't going to have to pay rent or anything.
That's Cleo's pool.
Yeah, that's Cleo.
Damn, you seen Cleo's pool?
Yeah, I've seen it. I told her I wanted to live in it. The only time I'm coming out is when the pool guy shows up and dumps chemicals in it. But, yeah. Yeah, my son was up for a little while, screaming at his TV, and now he's sleeping again. I hope he wakes up soon, because I haven't eaten today except for saltine crackers. I slept through Ethan showing up this morning.
Hot Mess Thrifter is going to be on Cleo's.
What?
Hot Mess Thrifter
Uh-huh.
is going to be on the Royal Auctions with Adventures of Reselling and Cleopatra.
Tomorrow or Friday?
23 hours.
Friday.
Tomorrow.
Cool.
Well, tomorrow is Friday, dear.
Yeah. Cool. So now it's just a matter of getting finances up and figuring out. I mean, if I could get some kind of grant from the government, that would help extremely much. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
To be able to move.
Cody, while I'm in my PayPal, are you needing anything?
What?
While I'm in my PayPal, are you needing anything?
I don't know. I think I still have enough to get my cigarettes and to get more Pepsi for the weekend. Because my cigarettes are like $37, and then it's 2, 4, 6, 8 for my soda for the weekend. So I think I have that covered.
When is payday?
The 3rd.
Yeah, I think that's not gonna work.
I was gonna have Issa get me something to eat today, and I messaged her. I texted her, and I was like, "Is there any way you can make a food run for me? I'll give you $5 extra." So, because she does
It's
DoorDash
Kodiak
now.
Creations, isn't it?
What? Kodiak Creations, yeah. What are you doing, sneaky Brit?
So is it Kodiak Creations or Kodiak Creations?
Kodiak. Kodiak.
So double C.
What? No. Okay, I'll type it in the chat, in the private chat.
Yeah.
I'm writing on myself.
What?
Okay.
What?
Cody.
There you go.
You couldn't have timed that any better. You burped and then I farted.
There, it's in the chat.
Right?
Kodiak.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
I have as well. Got it saved in the phone.
It's your motor paper girl.
You got Valerie's information, right?
Yeah, I've got it.
That was a long stretch, though. 4+ hours.
Yeah.
Bing, bing, bing,
Why am I
bing.
getting all kinds of notifications?
I
From
don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not getting any notifications. Oh, but yeah, so I texted her, asked if she could make me a lunch run, right? Because doing DoorDash, you get paid for doing that. So I told her I'd give her an extra $5 if she'd run and get me food. And she's like, I can't, I'm in meetings all day. And I'm like, okay, never mind. So. But I shouldn't really be spending money on food like that anyway.
whoa.
Just when you're hungry, you don't think about that, you know? You're just like, I want food.
Yeah.
Check your PayPal. Good.
I know what you did.
Thank you. It's on hold.
Why is it on hold?
I don't know. It just says It says I have $50.41 on hold.
That's for your help.
Thing is it's on hold for how many days?
I did send her friends and family, but
Don't forget,
sucks.
Lenny, don't forget you got money for Fluff.
What do you think you're getting notifications for?
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
so why don't you keep it for the shipping of my box?
Okay, that's really weird. It has a link that says see what transaction see what you have on hold, and it comes up with the page and says we couldn't find any transactions matching your filters. Maybe that means what I've sent out that might be on hold. I don't know, but yeah, it doesn't give me any other information other than I have that on hold.
All right, when you go to your main screen, does it say anything about your balance in PayPal or on hold?
It
Yeah,
hasn't even come up with me sending her anything on mine.
yeah, on my main screen where it says good afternoon, I have my balance, which is currently $17.13 because I sent Jasmine $10, and then it has the little yellow box. It's outlined in yellow with an exclamation point that says I have that money on hold, and then underneath that is recent activity.
I'm so sick
All
of
right.
it.
It says I sent the money to you now, so money's left the bank, so it's all good.
Okay, and I have.
If it's
I
still
got
on
an
hold,
email. I got an
right?
email. Hold
I'm
on.
just going to take a
24 hours.
right.
Yeah.
Is that all it's going to take?
Yeah, it says we do a quick security check to make sure she's logged in to send you money. Your whatever will show as on hold for 24 hours after you receive this email. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Because I was going to see if it was any longer, like the 20-odd day one, just return it. I'd send it to Lenny, and Lenny could do it.
Thank you.
There's always
But that's
ways
for your
around this
help.
mess.
Hi, Christy.
That's for your help. For
Thank you, honey.
I help you, baby.
I know.
So that's it. We now have £1.36. Yay!
I don't want you guys going without.
Sure.
I got 75 waiting on you, bud.
You need to put it in that notebook so we know what we owe him.
What are you eating?
Like I said, it's going to cost you about that to send my box. So
Well, we'll wait until Monday. I was going to try to send it out tomorrow, but we'll wait till Monday and see if the rings come in and just put it all together.
Yeah.
Old freezer burn pizza bites.
Unless you got something else coming to us that we don't know about.
Oh, that one.
You're gonna have to section off. You're gonna have to section off a room in your house at this point. At the rate he's going. Just
Yeah,
put that on the door, fluffy shit on like a sign on the door, and just throw all this crap in there.
What is that?
That's the watch.
that's a conversation me and him are having.
I don't know why
watch
you
is-
said I didn't want it. I didn't say anything about that. I said that'd be cool. I'll give you a little bit of something for it. It'll have to be next week. No.
Yeah, it'd have to be after the 3rd.
The 3rd.
if you want it, I don't mind sending it. I don't want anything for it from you lot. But all I ask, right, is when you get it, right, you look after it.
You know I will.
Was that part of your family? Is that what I heard you say?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
And not being funny, we're family now, so it's just being passed along.
Yeah.
And
I
to,
already sent the bank.
And it's going to stay in this
thank you,
family.
Rhonda. Yeah, so I don't mind because I know he really wanted it anyway.
That's sweet.
And to be honest, the only reason I tried it tonight was Because when I took it to the jewelers, he valued it at nearly 4 figures. Yeah, exactly, because of the date and the precedence of it.
Yeah.
So
you're not going to get it unless you find the right person. You're not going to get that.
Exactly. So I thought, well, I'll stick it up, see what, if any, it generates any interest on the auction. And because I knew kind of not many people would be interested because it's me.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, if it doesn't, then you have it anyway. So.
That's a cross collectible because it's not only a collectible for people that collect watches and timepieces and things, but also railroad stuff because that's a railway watch.
And silver.
Yeah, and it's silver. So
we have a safe. We have have 2 different safes, and one of them has all our coins in it, and one of them has other stuff, our jewelry and stuff, and that's where that one would go.
Yeah,
I can promise you that.
That's fine. I'll put it in your box.
You're so sweet.
I tend to hold on to stuff that is.
If you ever come across someone that wants it and sells it, tell them to subscribe to Fluffy before they buy it. They
can't have it unless. You know, I wouldn't sell it though.
I know you wouldn't. I know. To be honest, in about 10 years, when the kids are kicking about,
get
even as a security deposit for them. You know what I mean? And that'll help towards there.
Well, see, even though they're getting Social Security, Sarah gets it less time than Drew does. Because she'll only get it to 18.
Yeah.
And she tries to spend all her money.
You going to another caca? All right, cool. Thank you, Rhonda. Got your payment. Love you a long time.
And thank you, Rhonda, for helping. I love you. She did good. She kept putting Jerry's email in there for me because I forgot to copy and paste it. So every time someone was like, I need Jerry's email, I'm like, oh, shit. I don't have it.
You know what? You need to send it to me. And that way, if you step away, if you're away from something,
yeah,
one of us could throw it up.
Well, Rhonda is usually in there. You know, what I've been doing is I have another Facebook on my name, but I can't actually get into that Facebook to run it because although I know the password, they didn't ask me for the password. They asked me for the phone number or the email that I had used, and I don't remember. I do not remember what because it was 10 years ago, and so, but I can send that page messages. So I copy and paste all the information into that, and then pull that up, open up that message, and copy and paste it and put it in the chat.
Yeah.
That way I don't have to retype everything.
So when you put it in a Word document and just copy and paste it when they need which one.
Yeah. So
what the hell is Lenny doing?
He's on his VR.
Why are you on the VR when you're on a live?
Because he's probably got us on the live on the VR.
I'm looking goofy.
Yeah, you don't need any help with that.
You goofy.
What are you doing, buddy? Stop.
Yeah, you don't need any help with
you want to see too?
Because I mean, I type over 100 words a minute.
Yeah.
But it cuts down. It cuts down a little bit when the claws are past the fingertips because I'm on a laptop and I'm hitting the keys above what I'm trying to hit. So it, fluctuates. I'm down at
you have nail clippers. Good.
Yeah. What is wrong with you?
You gotta have nails. Because if somebody comes up to you, you just.
And I've done that. When John was drunk one day, and he was getting in a fight with his girlfriend. His girlfriend calls me, saying he's drunk, he's getting violent. So I go over there, and I ended up having to put him in a full Nelson.
Say hi, by the way, Christy.
On the floor, like one knee in his back, full Nelsoned him, so he couldn't go anywhere. And then he was ranting and raving. When he calmed down, he was still ranting and raving and da 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 da. And she ended up grabbing the phone and running to the bedroom. She was going to call the cops, which sets him off. And then my son comes in the door, and I didn't want John's rage going towards my son, so I called him something that will completely set him off to the point of exploding, because anybody who's ever been in prison, you don't call them this word. And he ended up poking me against a chair, and I couldn't move. One arm was pinned and the other arm, and I was in a really awkward position. So I used my claws. That's all I could use. I couldn't hit him because I couldn't reach him. I couldn't use my legs because of the position I was in. So I ended up with one hand on his face, like right here, and the other one was on his chest. And I just. So when he got to jail, because cops did show up, when he got to jail, they asked if he had gotten in a fight with a tiger. He's like, nope, a bear.
Well, that's like my brother-in-law. When I was about 10 years old, I threw him across the bedroom, and he was probably as big as Lenny or Fluffy.
Well, John
threw him across the bedroom.
Yeah, John wasn't that big, but he knew martial arts, so he knew how to pin, how to hold you, so you couldn't do anything. I was the only one that could get out of his 5-point restraint pin type of things. He was amazed, but you know,
Tell Daddy to turn me on. I don't know what you want.
But yeah, and that hurt. It hurt me a lot when he did that, but because of the fact that my kid was, 14 years old and just walked in going, what's going on? And John was just raging at everyone and so violent that I had to redirect away from my kids. So.
Yeah. You don't mess with my kids.
Yeah. And it works. And, as I'm trying to get off of John and he's choking me, I'm telling my son, get back out to the car right now. I was not really paying attention to what John was doing. But he ended up letting me up, and then the cops came and he walked over and held his hands out. That's how John was. He doesn't fight cops. He's very respectful to them. Yeah. And they sat in the car, and I asked the cop, I said, I'll give you $quarter if you tase him.
Yeah, it's me. I'm sorry. I'm checking this thing out. This is pretty cool.
I know you.
This is like.
He kept trying to talk to the girl while he was sitting in the cruiser. And the cop walked over and held a taser against his head, mind you, and said, do not make me use this. I said, I will give you $quarter if you pull that trigger. And the cop just died laughing, and John was like, oh, shit. Cop's like, nah, I can't do that. And I'm like, all right. So John then shut up because that told him how pissed off I was.
Lenny, have you paid Jerry?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you paid Fluffy?
No.
I told you, keep hold of it for the price of the box.
Well, no, I owe you $29 from today, darling.
Okay. Well, keep hold of it. You're going to need it because you're out of pennies. So.
Basically, he's telling you that you can pay that the third when,
I tell you what, make it easier for you. Make it easier for you, right? Go and treat the kids.
I'm paying you.
No, you're not. If you pay it, I'll send it straight back. Go and treat the kids.
Like I said, Cash App going to explode because you guys are going to be sending the money back and forth.
I swear this is making it look like I'm freaking standing in front of a damn big screen. This is hilarious.
What?
I bought a lot from you. I'm paying you.
Right? And I'm telling you, treat the kids. Trust me, I do not need it.
We don't need it, Jamie. Treat the kids.
At this present time, I don't need it.
Okay.
Sarah and Joe can have it.